you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so earlier I had the top lady in the corner verify what I was saying, correct?
Talk about the bot, yeah.
And so this just gets right back to the topic of what I was talking about. If I can have her do the same thing she just did for me, you could go on the Google and just simply search how many YT go incarcerated every year, and it's going to tell you that it doesn't have a definite number, but it will tell you that it's over 65 to 67% of all incarcerated. And so where do you think that mass number comes from? Because I mean, and you think about all these crimes, but if they were all in trials, that's a 6-to-1 ratio just off of one person. And so if she could do me a favor and just go and Google for everybody in the party right now, how many go incarcerated every year, and she will tell y'all what it says. How many YT go incarcerated every year?
So it says white Americans account for roughly 66% of all annual criminal arrests and make up about 31 to 45% of the total incarcerated population in the United
States. And so why are we even having this argument?
That's crazy. That's half.
I was just about to say that's crazy work. It's crazy work, yes ma'am.
That's more than half. And so all these...
They're over half the population, guys. They're right in line with their percentage of the population.
Being out here.
What is he trying to say? That's all.
62% of the crime.
But hold on, you just told us we had 13%, and our 13% equivalent to over 50%.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's correct. I debunked that earlier. I know that's not 50%. That's YT supremacist rhetoric. We used that earlier all the time.
When I talked about violent crime, it's 27% of all violent crime.
There's not even 1% of us that's all incarcerated with every race. So where does that number come from?
Well, how many? Like,
95% of us do not commit a crime in that 13% all time.
Agree.
Those numbers are huge, like I said. 95%, over 95% of us do not commit a crime according to that 13%.
But we agree there's millions of people in jail, and there's not that like...
There's not millions of people, but there's over 342 million people in the U.S.
There's 2 million people in jail approximately, somewhere around there. But
and there's 342 million people in the total population of the U.S.
There's less than
342 million people in the total population of the U.S. Like it's only 1%.
Less than 1% is incarcerated.
Yeah, and
like
it's right with the crime rate.
Like,
so how do we make up? If we're not even a fraction, if we're not even 1/4 of the population, how do we make up for the crime? I just gave you...
you're overrepresented in the crime data. That's what that means.
I just gave you what it just told you from the FBI standpoint and
You're giving me the total number of people in jail.
Y'all 67 is not more % of all crime.
Yes, 67%. I'll give. Okay, that's all crime. 67% of all crime, or 59% of the population. That would mean y'all were somewhere around 27%.
So y'all are destroying more of the population than y'all account for.
You've got to let me speak, bro.
How's his career over?
Because what you're telling me is...
How's his career just over like that?
Destroying more of the population than y'all should account for.
No, y'all do it at a higher rate than my people. That's what
his career just over.
Being incarcerated for the time of that gets at the stat.
Just put it like that.
But the thing is,
just done?
I'm looking at probabilities. You know, I'm looking at...
Okay, and so
what's the probability of a person being thrown from a tree? What's the probability of that in this country?
Wow.
Very low.
It's very low?
Don't talk about the man mama.
With the recent data
You know, I
of
don't mess
over
with people's
40,
mamas
over
and kids.
40 something in the past year, it was happening weekly.
In the past year, no.
I'm just listening to
this last year. That's not true.
On the dope, the studio, wherever I need to start making sitcom movies.
Let me
Because
break
you
it
can
up.
Google it, and 1 in 5 white teen men will either kill someone or unalive someone. 1 in 5 white teen men will either unalive someone or RP a lady. And so, let me ask you that statistic.
Where are you getting? You don't even understand the
Google
data.
it. You
You don't even know what you're trying to explain. You don't even, like, I understand what you're
You're
getting
fighting
at,
with
but you don't
dollars.
understand the numbers
My
at
girl,
all.
they did their thing.
The same way you don't understand off-time when you can't give us a percentage of that 13%, but yet you gave us another number. And in order to reach that 7,
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It tells you
So
either
what
you...
percentage of white people are bestiality or unalive their families or done school shootings?
No, it
Can't answer that.
either says that you don't understand mathematics and you don't understand statistics.
Mathematics.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what it says.
Is per capita racist? Do you think per capita is racist?
No, per capita as a concept is not racist if you understand it correctly. So I never made that argument, so don't put words in my mouth. I'm not.
So why not use it? Why not use per capita?
Conversation. You're talking because the numbers are.
These are actually my friends.
But you're looking for equal distribution based on.
This is how they talk.
On both communities with uneven numbers because one is higher than the other. But before you get to all of that in terms of per capita, before you get to all of that, you first need to tell me. Once you say, whoa, I studied this, and I see that there's more BOK people committing crimes, even though the population of white people is more. So it will make sense for it to be 40% and for BOK people to 27%. Then you have to then ask yourself, like, okay,
What are you saying?
1 minute, you have to then ask yourself, out of that 13%, what percentage of them are committing this crime? And what happens if you can't answer that? And if you do answer that, it's going to back you in the corner because you're going to say, it can't be the whole 13% because they're few in number. And if we're saying that these BOK people are doing this all around America to build to white T people, then it makes no sense. That means the large majority of them are committing crime, which is untrue. A lot of them, the large majority have not committed any violent crimes. It's a fraction of the 13% that have done any of these crimes. Some of them are repeated offenders.
No, I would agree. So you would agree that a larger percentage of white people have not committed crimes and don't commit crimes. A larger number than black people.
Smaller. I said a small number of white people are not.
Don't commit crimes, but we. Yeah. That's not true, dude.
It is
clearly not true.
Because you have.
Do you understand how many white people are in this country? It's tens of millions more than black people, right?
But you have buddy laws. Right. Certain things that.
So look at we're in line with the data, bro. You just gotta look at the data sets. Black people are way overrepresented in every single data set. Every single one.
I have a question.
Why don't you let other people finish their statement before you come in and just say, I have a question. Nobody cares you have a question. Because nobody cares.
You've done that to me 3 or 4 times within the
Yeah, I just make a point. I don't say, hey guys, I have a question. Can I talk?
No.
I have a question.
I hear your stance.
What's your fucking point?
So you want to do per capita? How many of you all kids at the age of 13 and up use opioids and METH per capita?
Well, how many kids don't, huh? How many kids don't use them, right? You're only talking about the kids that do it. What about the kids that don't do it, right?
Our BLK kids
talk about the kids that don't do
those type of things at the age of 13.
But what are the kids that don't do it at the age of 13? What about them? Give me the numbers there, huh? I'm gonna back you in the corner, right? That's what you do.
My reunion with Savage. I had a reunion with Savage.
Search difference in all of
the what difference?
The search
difference.
I ain't never disliked it.
Yeah, the stark difference between both is the fact that
I don't.
when you guys commit crime,
I just don't care that much about
a buddy system where
people that much to like them or dislike them like that.
Just expose certain crimes that you
Unless we doing some
People are so much smarter than
business together. We making some money together, yeah.
We're so
It's important that I like
able to
you.
get out of crimes, and we're like totally devious.
was never my thing.
You're rooting over each other, so of course you guys see each other as right is right in many cases. So there's many things that you go. It's just like the woman, a BOK person.
We don't know about now in this dream world. You don't.
Him and that person, and he unalived his girlfriend. He will go to jail.
You really are on your own. I don't care how many people you got your back on. At the end of the day, you are on your own.
This case how we sort of the woman, she got super duper high on Mary J.
I recognize that from day one.
Okay, you can pick what
everybody was cutting each other and all the slick backhanded stuff.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, nah, man.
When she was held accountable in court, they let her off with probation because they said she wasn't in her right mind when she committed that act of violence, which unalived her BOK boyfriend.
That's why I went to information society.
Exactly. So
I mentioned them. They got information.
In this country, that you guys get off and it's not counted. Right. As mental, even when something happens, a white person does a violent act on TV, they say, well, he suffered from mental health. And they will individualize him in such a way where it's not the collective, it's him. But the moment a BOK person commit a crime, even though the number is so small, they will put everyone into the same pot. As a collective, they would say, look, the black community did this. Why don't they individualize that individual? Say, well, this particular person who done this action, but they don't do that. So there's an imbalance in the system. There's an imbalance in the judicial system. There's also imbalance in perception, in society's perception of crime. And then you have the lights, what the Democrats did, like you have the Biden and the Clintons.
There's a lot of people with a lot of game. You ain't got no
military planes.
I suggest to avoid people with game.
But these people wrote into law hate crimes just to hold them accountable. And then they're
to win, beat people with game, just read the proper.
The system and how they characterize those particular crimes. So
if you read the Proverbs, you'll be good,
I don't know if
on the game aspect.
You try to willfully I'm not sure if you're willfully obtuse,
I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Or this is just something, that you have to convince yourself in order to make yourself seem like you have some type of point.
Just trying to explain why things are. I'm just trying to explain what things are. Y'all won't even confirm half the numbers, right? You're saying that's not true, but then you try to give explanations on to why it is the way it is, justifying the numbers as they are. Trying to deny reality, that's what they'll do.
I gave you the numbers. And you couldn't elaborate on the numbers are the way that they are. You tried to take it up.
The numbers are the way they are, buddy. I'm sorry that y'all account for so much crime.
You come out in millions behind YT girl murdered 3 of her kids. You all came out in millions with pink shirts upholding that stuff.
White women,
3 of her kids,
white women.
She has mental health issues.
What's up, man?
They're just like the black private supporters.
Let
him finish. And he's absolutely right there.
Let's not argue on the panel, because that's not what we're here for.
Exactly. But there were tens of thousands.
So what I'm saying is,
Tens of thousands, please.
And the thousands of YT women wearing pink shirts in support of this YT lady murdered 3 of her kids.
Hold up.
We would never condone that. Never.
What's up with you, man?
He's trying to push a point, and he's trying to push a narrative right now. And he can try to push his narrative, but tell me
y'all know
what
it's bad. Y'all know that y'all used to be seeing me messy like that.
The YT man did.
My wife pulled out those pictures and didn't put them back right. I pulled out those tapes and didn't put them back right.
How many BLK
There's some
men
baby stuff over there I need to just kind of get rid of.
look or did whatever you want to call it to women?
Just give it to somebody that has a baby.
How many YT men RP little kids and did all this stuff that no BLK man would do?
That's true. Hey guys, I got a
I
quick
think I'm gonna put it in the car already. I think I'm gonna put that stuff in the car and just take it to the group grid.
Yes, D is trying to come up. Off time, are you willing to take D out on a date?
That's my partner, flex. Salute G, real G.
Off time. Don't get quiet. You said I can. If I
These
can
are
use
the,
that
this
as a
is the
useful
think
idiot,
tank.
I'm not
This
gonna
is,
say a word. She's coming up here for you.
we debate all the time.
In
No, did he really say that though?
We come to
Did he
healthy
say that,
conclusions.
Did he say what?
But
Yeah, she cool.
sometimes you have people that are
He
just
said she's
built.
based, but every time I ask him these questions, he ignores me. He don't really want to answer. But she's
You
been
know what I'm
begging
saying?
you in the
They just
comments
kinda
to
built
please
on
just drop and give her some
Their
attention.
philosophy.
Maybe you could take her out.
No matter if you read the definition, what happened last night with me when I was on there, was I asked just for definitions.
You really don't mind. Like, if you would do anything.
Like when this guy says Carmelo Anthony
If you ask him.
murdered the guy, I asked what the
She wants
definition
you to
of
drop
murder
it.
is.
She's been begging you to
He
drop.
wants you to come to her
And
panel.
when we read the definition of murder, even by law, there's no intent.
Ones that you burned, and you can join her
You
panel,
can't prove
and
that
she
he got
asked
up that
you
morning and
support.
said, I'm going to do that to that guy.
He's doing something else, Devon. She figured if he won't come to me, I'm gonna keep coming to him. So she
And
was
so
trying to
they
bring herself up.
ran off the panel last night. I couldn't keep nobody, so.
But hey, off time. Let's keep
And
it
that's
real.
why I say I don't really.
Tell her that she's not your type. You won't even look at her weight because you didn't even acknowledge her in the chat.
We can read together.
I did acknowledge her in the chat.
Okay, off time. Okay, let's make a concession here.
So he just considered her.
So we read the definition together. There's no charge. There should have been like that still.
She's backed up now. Now you
Can I ask you one question? Did you have a mother?
At best, manslaughter. I will say that, but
No, I was asking.
I'm more on the, because I've been jumped on before by a bunch of
Because the
people
way
like
he
that.
talks to the women in this panel, I don't agree with it. Anytime he gives you off, he doesn't have a mind.
This has happened in the city limits. If it had not happened in the city limits, and I gotta admit, my mouth is kind of blocked, so
to ask one question all the time.
it's that too.
Hold on, go ahead.
But I've been dealt with on that level, so,
Go ahead.
of what he went through.
D, you're on mute.
Carmelo.
You're on mute, D.
Like I say, for a little dude like me, whenever I get beat up real bad, it's usually motherfuckers jumping on motherfuckers.
No, I just
It ain't
said
going down one-on-one.
But all the time.
Yo.
This is your
As
first time.
small as I
running.
am, it ain't going down one-on-one like you think it's gonna go down.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't care what you say on my panel,
When my
but we
mama
can
say
agree
she
to
hate to
disagree.
see me fight
and
because
have
I
the
fight
point,
so hard like I'm gonna die.
Occasionally, yeah.
Now, somebody may not agree with him on my panel, but that doesn't mean I support what they say, but I will tell
Like
you.
I'm scared to die. Like
what
I'm
numbers
scared.
that you
She
guys
said I
are
was so
speaking
scared
about,
the way I fight
is
is
it
like
per
scary.
capita?
Who's that for, D?
I be knowing what's going on.
I'm not even looking at per capita. I'm just telling them that if
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if they're looking at per capita
So I
or
think
if they're
I
looking
be
at
trying to do that.
a whole. What website?
Because the outside perception, that's what it
I'm
looks
just
like.
explaining that any data set that you look at, if it's higher than I'll give it to you 15%. If it's higher than 50%, that means they're overrepresented in the crime statistics. Right. That's the way I'm just trying to.
We need a source. We need a source.
We need your source off time, is what she's asking.
Go on the FBI website. The
Yeah, you can go to
We know how
any
it works
place
as
that says,
well.
hey, somebody needs to change a battery in their smoke detector. I don't know why that's so common in these damn chats.
Just a man.
So, you know what?
Go to the FBI because that's where I look on the FBI.
I have to use alphabet.
Stop telling D to change her smoke detector. Like, I mean, then you will sneak diss her, talk about occasionally.
Oh, he's not telling me that ain't my smoke detector.
He's telling you, you just don't want to believe it.
Well, no, I have an ABC alarm.
Anyway, can we have the stats, Alton?
B gonna
I'm
have
sorry, I can show y'all that my life is not
off time.
You don't have to prove yourself, but just
But it's not my smoke detector, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
okay. Just don't let. This is what I'm talking about. Like to even have the slick comments, even about our women, that should make you feel some type of way. To call you base.
Not only did he
Just
call
to
her
simply
base,
call you as base.
He asked him.
That is rubbing me. That has got my blood boiling,
No,
and it's just like you're going with the open door.
You deserve it. You just want it.
Like,
It's okay, D. It's okay. But when you ask,
no, if he's saying that, I'm gonna ask him what he mean by that because let me explain.
yeah, he can answer. If I want to say this really quick, so you just asked him. You said when I come to your panel, don't I let you speak? Isn't it fair? He said occasionally. So ask him
Well, I
about
let
that.
him speak, but if it's somebody like if you're up here and it's a debate, I don't get involved in.
But he didn't even agree with you.
We
Like,
just
you're not
want
even
his
a good, but you're not even a good useful idiot because he said occasionally.
I would never be an idiot because guess what? He doesn't argue with me on my panel. I do just what this host does. Sit back and listen.
When I say useful idiot, what do I mean by that?
I'm not a useful idiot.
You know, you're a useful idiot.
That's like you said, if you want to come to my panel, you can say whatever you want up there. I don't have to. We can agree to disagree. But like I said, when I
That's
came
not very entertaining, D. Off time. Can you give us your source? Because you throwing up a lot of analytics, a lot of
told you where you
numbers.
got it from, the FBI.
Relax. We don't use the word. We don't use that. You can say the
Well, that's where
alphabet
he
boys
got
or
it
whatever.
from.
Did you hear me? We're not going to use those terms.
I just
You
said
can say
we got it from the
alphabet
3
boys.
letters.
Did you hear me? Well, 3 letters, whatever. But don't say that. Don't say that again. But
I didn't know you couldn't say that on TikTok, but okay.
Yeah, it could just have negative impact. Here's the thing, it could have negative impact to the live. But here's the thing, let's do this, right? Because, listen. All time, you have sources for what, right? The sources that are being requested, right? Do you have the sources all time?
I'm telling you how to think about the data. I'm not even talking about a source.
No,
you go to any
all time.
go to any data source you like.
Forget the, wait a minute.
Hey, if you have a source you like,
no, forget the source. Anybody? No, you're making certain claims, right? So what I'm saying is, right? And even hold on. Because even D is trying to help you, right? D is trying to help you by telling you exactly. So I'm saying, like, do you have? I'm just saying, like, do you have? Because I give everybody.
you can go to Chief Sky. Hey, you can go to any stat you want. FBI. If you don't like FBI, there's other sources.
3-letter A. Wait a minute.
I did. What you do is if it's higher than 13% in any category, you're overrepresented. So I don't care what data set you look at. All you have to see is if that number as a percentage of the population is higher than 13%, that means
it's not. Listen, wait a minute. It's not as simple as that. It's not as cut and dry as that. What I'm trying to tell you is, the reason we know it's not that cut and dry is because even the 1352 or 51 or whatever that's used is divide. 2 seconds. What I'm saying is that's factually inaccurate. So you just said to me just now, well, you could just pick any category and it's 13%, and if the number's higher than 13%, then there you go. No, there you don't, is the point. There you don't go.
all right,
because what I'm telling you is, hold on 1 second. What I'm telling you, don't, hold on. What I'm telling you is, you don't go, right? Anywhere. Because, like, the exonerations were brought up. And then you said, well, yeah, that only accounts for, well, wait. So hold on. The bottom line is the black community still accounts for about 53% of that category, right? That being exonerations, right? Total exonerations, right? We're talking about over 50%, about 53%. Some people even say it's a little higher than that, but based on what I've seen, I would say right at that 53%, right?
They get it wrong more than they get it right.
Extremely problematic.
Wouldn't you say that's incompetent?
These are the only amount of cases that were included in those exonerations. So therefore, that just lets you know, based on what you're seeing as far as the data is concerned, there's many more that haven't been exonerated yet that very much should be. That's what you pull away from the, that's what you pull away from the reporting. That's what you pull away from the reporting, right? Because that's alarming. That's alarming to account for 53% of the exonerations. And we already know how exonerations come about. So all that says to me is that there's many more that haven't been exonerated that absolutely should be. That's generally what's derived from that reading of the report, right? From going through the information that report has, seeing all that entails, and then landing on the 53% of black community that account for these exonerations, all that anybody is, oh my goodness, we have
53%.
So you say,
we have a huge problem.
You look at 13% and you look at the number, that just tells you, bingo, there's a problem. No, that's not what it tells you.
So you have to break that number in half.
Because see, really what these should be is debates. I'm going to tell you the truth. And so listen, Mike, there's some sort of,
Let's break the per
per
capita down about 3/4
fabrics of these conversations, and that's a beautiful thing to see. But I really feel like it needs to be a head-up debate, nothing outside of that, and just source to source.
That's what when you talk about black crime, don't do that. When there's a 53% exoneration rate.
Type of stuff, right? When you start to just say some of what you're saying,
half the people ain't doing what they say.
And what I'm telling you is it does not. There's recent reporting, okay, of police officials, right? Policemen, okay, that were going
they didn't make weed illegal and a felony in Texas for no reason. It's a slave state. I've been told you that.
It pertains to the crimes and the severity and level.
How do you become a slave? You commit a crime.
Lessening charges for those that were in the YT community.
Crime.
And increasing, okay, the charges, making them heavier charges for those in the BLK community.
And the crime, there has to be damages.
These are police officers that we're doing. So for you to suggest that somehow you look at some
you don't have to admit to a crime that's voluntary.
13% of the population
like child support.
this much of a,
ask questions.
How did it?
Is it
Where did
voluntary?
that come from? Becomes the question. When you consider, right? Because what
If it's voluntary, what an hour's under the rest.
What surrounds it once again. You're not talking about what's going on with these police officers, right? You're not talking about how we just saw a sitting judge say extremely disparaging things about the black community, and this is a person who's making decisions about black people's lives in real time, who's supposed to be unbiased when they step to the bench. She was caught saying how she really felt about the community. This is a judge all time. See, these are the things that you're not bringing up while you sit here and say, well, if you just look at the numbers, it's not that simple.
At all.
It's not that simple, but the reason you might think it's that simple is because you're not willing to accept the imbalance in the system.
Complete.
Right? So what this really needs to be is an actual debate. This actually needs to be source for source, because you can't just keep saying what you're saying and think that it sounds smart on any level, because it does not actually. It is not simple, and it's not as simple as just pulling a report and saying, see, you see, told you so. No, I told you so.
Yes, sir.
This is just what it is. So unless you could speak to the impact, right, that having biased individuals in powerful positions, unless you could speak to the and these numbers, there's nothing really to talk about. Address the officers that were adjusting the level of the crime first. Adjust the sitting judge that has caught on record having bias when it comes to their judgments on the black community from their bench, right? Also think about, okay, the way the reporting comes about in the first place.
Not to cut you off.
Last night was a track meet.
You gotta hold on though, right? So speak about where that
comes from. Carmelo Anthony murdered. I asked them to give me the definition of murder. They read it.
Speak about the bodies that govern.
Wasn't even close to what happened.
And the efficacy, right? Because it leaves a lot to be desired. It's left up to them to report.
Now you got 50% exoneration.
And it's largely the case that they don't get it. Everything's not.
People think you're panicking.
It is very much skewed.
There is no panic.
Speak about that.
If I know this, I know that the attorneys and everybody else know this. They just letting people hang themselves.
Well, you can clearly see what.
You know how many judges gonna lose their jobs due to incompetency? After all the years of school.
You're not going to have that conversation. This isn't a good faith conversation. Because what I feel like what you might rely on,
it makes me think of
much like some other people, right?
Dick
Is somebody who
said,
just doesn't know this stuff. I think you're like waiting to come across somebody who perhaps doesn't know this stuff to be able to say 1352.
Those colleges are
and
made
have like everybody go, ooh, right? Like you're waiting to be able to say 1352 and have the crowd go, ooh, we knew it.
So they just give them some accolades, make them feel important.
Yeah? And so what I'm saying is if you're not willing to speak to all of the things that I'm bringing to the table right now, this is not a real conversation. It's not a real conversation at all. Is what I'm saying. Okay? So go ahead all time. Come off mic. I don't know people who want to speak. speak, right? I don't even know if I am Crew has spoken. I know Tabari, I got this, but hold on. So go ahead. Off time, right? Go ahead. What? Go ahead.
I'll pass my time off to D, thanks.
Okay, D, go for it. Flex, you want to drop, or you want to drop now, you said?
Yeah, I want to drop. Hold up, I'm going to let him speak. I'm
just going to let D, just in case you got.
No, let me say what I got to say real quick, because it follows up from the.
Money said, not just yet tomorrow.
Tabari, don't do that, brother. Just one.
Now you get to. Shout out to Tabari. And listen, but look, I promise you, Mike. Let me look at China in the look at China in the chat getting busy. China said, hey, but look, go ahead, you got it. You got the mic. Go ahead. You got it. D.
Well, he uses his 3 letters. That is what he uses, and people get up there and they debate with him. But if you have a source, you tell how you get your source. From what I know, it's the 3 letters. I can't say you're right about everything, but like I said, dealing with certain situations, a lot can be avoided. I don't have the black victim mentality, because some things can be avoided. It's not an injustice when you speak up, well, they get done this way and that way. Every case is different. Nobody pays attention to that.
Understood. Let me say this, and I'm going to let IQ go, because I don't think I just... I'm going to just say this, D. Here's what we can do. And it's not just you, D. D, off time, whoever it is in the chat, right? It's all good. I think that, listen, whoever's willing to stand on it and debate it, I want to set it up. That's where I'm at with it at this point in time. Flex is up the mic. I'm going to let Flex get into. I am cool. I didn't forget you. I'm coming to you. But I'm just going to say this, right? At this point, I think, right, because obviously the whole thing was about Carmelo case, what went wrong, obviously, right, we went to a whole different direction, and which is, listen, right, I get it, like, things happen sometimes. My point is, I feel like at this point, I'm just going to say, and this is just me saying this, and I'm just speak for themselves, it could just be a debate. It could just be a debate, right? So anybody who's willing to take that debate will have a specific point of focus, right? A specific thing that we're debating. Obviously, making sure that folks disagree. Folks need to say what their premise is, and then we can just give it in source for source. Because I don't even, at this point, so many people have said it's just not. I'm saying, right? We gotta set up something.
Go on, tell the truth. Dude, folks are just lying.
No, it is. No,
at this point, motherfuckers just lying.
What I'm saying, we kind of went off into, right? Because obviously the conversation turned into the 1352 and the dogs and the black women with the da-da-da and look at what's happening with the boom and all this kind of shit. That don't have anything to do with, I mean, I'm just being honest with you. That's not right. I mean, somebody could try to argue, which would be like a terrible argument, that, well, no, because this is how it really led up to what happened with Carmelo. Was it started once upon a time in 2000 and whatever when he was born. And you know, that's a terrible argument to make, right? But that would be the only way that I would see where we went, making any kind of sense. And so what I'm saying is, in this direction, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the 1352s and the judicial system and the criminal and all that kind of stuff, I'm saying, right, like, look, I'm about that action. Everybody up here about that action. The chat,
my girl take care of me, man. She loves me. I love her too.
Just debate, right? So whoever's willing to debate, say, somebody says, I am, you're on opposing sides, 2 different premises. Okay, cool. Let's set it up and run it live on TikTok. Let's set it up and run it live on TikTok, get busy with the sources, and put that to rest, right? If somebody gonna get shut down, let's see who, right? That's really where I'm at with that particular whole, you know, and all of that is just, I would rather just stay on the top as much as possible.
I believe it too, on crib.
Here and there, kind of veer to the left or the right, cool. But when it turns into this, I'm like, cool, let's debate it. Debate it, stand on it, don't just say it, don't throw it at a wall with the sticks. Stand on it, and that's just kind of where I'm at, right? With that being said, really quick, go ahead, Alexa, then I got some time, Crew, and King B. And then Tabari, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, first and foremost, I agree with you, host. I'm 100% on the debate. In fact, I can team up with you. I'm not sure who's on your team, but they can get whatever they need to do. Let's make it a formal debate. We can make, just like any debate is done, our opening statements, we can engage with each other, we can, we can force each other to produce, facts in terms of what they're stating, because all of this sounds good. And I've been hearing this narrative too long, and it's getting old. Like even for example, when B just came off the mic and said, you know what, I don't have this victim mentality. This is often what white supremacists say about us whenever we point out something that is factual, that is true, that is happening. All of a sudden they want to reduce it to some victim mentality. You're either a victim or you're not.
I didn't say that. D said that.
I said D said that.
Let it be known, Lord. Let it be known, Lord.
That's why she's based. That's why she's
I'm not a victim.
Why you trying to push it on D all the time?
Yeah.
That's that
Why you trying to push it on D? That's all right.
She's a pretty
Looking good out here. Go ahead.
Yes, all
He's using our BLK women as his shield
God,
for his ass kicking. That's what he's doing.
I'm sure D wouldn't mind Divine, so we don't have to do it, but she wouldn't mind. But anyway,
she's a big girl.
Wow. Yeah, she's great anyway, right off time.
Yeah, that's why I like her.
Yes, I know you do. But anyways, what I'm saying is...
No, you like her because she benefits your narrative and your agenda. You don't like her as a BLK woman. We're not going to do that shit on this panel.
She's a free thinker.
No, all the crap you said about black women.
How about that? We're not doing that.
Stop.
We're not doing that. Y'all, next topic.
You got a brown nose your way into some advantage. Going back.
Because if D said, I'm going to be honest though, and listen, if D was saying,
Oh, shit.
wait a minute. Because if D was saying stuff on the opposite side of the equation as far as this Carmelo the case is concerned, he would obviously very much still be a free thinker, but you wouldn't think so all the time. So don't be disingenuous to say she's a free thinker, because that sounds real, that's nasty word. Don't do that.
Let's get the disrespectful stuff out. We can talk about it, but can't nobody be disrespectful to the host. Everybody got to respect the host.
Earlier, you said that okay people are inherently violent. Is D inherently violent?
No, she's definitely not one of those.
Oh, she made a cell. She made the same blood. Bro, that's a question from the same thing as your blood.
Checkmate.
That's a question you ask yourself. You don't ask another man
Checkmate.
that question. You don't ask another
What
woman
about
that
that
question.
comment about our
Checkmate. That's how you do it.
Our dangerous.
And that's from
What was
Click.
that comment about our
Told
wounds?
y'all.
Our black women wounds that we should be after this.
Sounds like D's got to be.
Norflex ain't said nothing now. He ain't got to.
See, look at him, Devon.
It's over.
Look at him, Devon. No, hold on.
Checkmate.
Come on, guys. Let me, hold on.
He used historical reference, and he made a bold statement. He didn't say some black people.
Get him, Nor. Get him, Nor. Made a bold statement.
Man, be quiet. Wait a minute, man. Wait your turn, brother.
I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, man. Listen. Hey, shout out to Devon. But let me, you gotta let Flex, please, Devon. And shout out to you, man. I like Devon, man. Please let Flex land, man. Let me.
Earlier, he made a case for black people as a whole being
Yes.
And he didn't say some
Please
word.
don't do it.
He said, you look at, he started
Hey, we coming for it.
the things that we do, what we stand for, and the numbers,
What did Fox say?
all of that. He built his case based off of that. But now, when I asked him directly about D, he said D is not. But she's of the same blood and the same lineage. So how what makes the distinction different when it comes to D and not the others?
Coming for them Pharaoh skins. Still bullshit.
She has composure. She's a good talker. She's well balanced. Man, she's not unhinged, guys. Clearly.
But how do you know? But what does that have to do with not being inherently violent? How do you know she could be a good talker? There's a lot of people who are good talkers. But according to you, no, but according to your position, there's a lot of people who are good talkers. But how do you separate between them being inherently violent and a good talker? What metric?
She doesn't have any hate in her heart, man.
You said her womb was contaminated, remember? You said that.
Black women have the highest rate of
Breeding ground.
Oh, hell no.
You hear that, Dion?
All time, hell no.
I gotta try to get in on that.
We're done, yeah, because now.
We gotta, hold on, wait a minute. She's inherently coming from people that drop bombs on people.
Because he just said, I'm not going to repeat what he just said, but we're done. We're done with that. I will say, hold on one second. So, Iron Crew, go ahead. Go ahead, Iron Crew.
Yeah, you drop bombs on people. The people that drop bombs on people are called other people.
Exactly, that's just what I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say along too about the things that he was saying about the different races of people. He was getting ready for a comedy roast. That's the part. That's why it needs to be breakdown. You need to hear the questions that Mr. Russell was asking to Worthy and to Howard. You need to hear those. Worski, yeah. You need to hear those questions have to be heard so everybody can see that when these people were responding, his ex-lawyers or however you want to put it, when these people were responding, they were deflecting. They was giving answers that were deflecting from the questions. That when they would have brought in all the text messages from Carmelo and stuff like that, then it would have played into why his girlfriend was there, because he was talking to her. The stuff about the poker and licking the stuff off the poker and stuff like that, there was something that was going on. There was a song that was inside of the game. And Mr. Russell, his lawyer who was up there saying it, he said he would have then admitted that evidence in, because it would have been misconstrued, because people don't understand the context. They literally went through his messages from 2014, some of those messages from 2024, some of those messages were from older than that. They had to dig back so far to do certain things. And to my understanding, even when somebody is put in the program, just because you complete the first program, you still go through other programs just to stay on the right path, just to be doing the right things. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to land. And then the reason of me saying that is because, yes, when he was putting these programs, you still have to ask, okay, when did he jump in that pool and save somebody else's life? Was it doing these programs? Because I don't know a troubled person and somebody who really thinking about doing stuff to other people.
Let it be known.
Really putting their life at risk to save other kids or other people at all.
Let it be known.
Of those programs, we have those programs at the YMCA. You go through those programs just to stay on the right path. He was in Louisiana. Louisiana is not known to be rich in culture and stuff like that. It's some of the worst places around there. So to keep your child on the right path, I would put my child in a program, not necessarily because he has problems or he's a troubled adolescent. It's to keep him on the right path.
Man,
like
these people upside their head with some gangster shit.
Things like that. You have different type of programs with different objectives. All kids that are in the Scared Straight, Beyond Scared Straight, the TV show, all those kids weren't bad kids. Some of those kids did minute things, real minuscule, and some of them did a lot of bad things.
So did.
Those aren't the same kind of kids. Why would you even try to calibrate them in the same manner? Different people deserve different responses. It's a lot of things you can stop before it ever gets to a major level. You don't automatically show the kid the harshest punishment of something just off of one mistake.
Get to it.
My whole thing was, if it
I ain't
was
gotta
all
even
black
get up
and
there
white, like how they try to make it pristine, why was it a shadow docket where things wasn't on record? Why wasn't this agreement that all lawyers know better than you supposed to put this in black and white? If all these things was in the best interest of Carmelo, is what you all were saying, if that is true, then how are these steps missed?
Well, I can tell you this. Judge Roach said to protect Carmelo and whoever else was involved, the gentleman agreement was done in the chambers. Both the defense
Can I correct you on that?
And that was stupid by the defense. Gentleman's agreement for what?
Phone calls.
Come on, man. Do something different.
They had phone calls. Howard and the DA, they had phone calls because first he said he was freeway.
So
That's even in Mike Howard's affidavit that they had phone calls prior.
Exactly that.
But what I'm telling you is when they went to talk about that, it was prosecution and the defense. Judge said, hey, I'm going to keep this here sealed because whatever was in there, he did not want that to get out because, hey, we didn't need to hear that on either side.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Well then, host, can you drop me? I got a phone call coming through. I wanted to drop.
absolutely, Flex.
I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to
Real
take
quick.
that.
Hey, D, can I say something?
So hold on, Tavon. What you're gonna have to do is this. Anybody who has any final thoughts on it? Because I know right now we're gonna rehash some certain stuff, gentleman's agreement, and some of what went on in the courtroom. Like I said, certainly revisit it. But as far as like your last little bits on that, you can include it if you would like, of course, in the final thoughts, right? Or you don't have to speak on it at all. You can just truly speak to something else that you heard at any point throughout the discussion for your final thoughts. But with that being said, give me one moment, right?
Joe, I know you still in here. You learning something. You learning something, boy. You keep on hanging around.
I appreciate you guys tapping it up the way that you have.
I know you gonna learn something, boy. And you gonna learn not to mess with the one.
The way up. But you know, at the end of the day, right, I appreciate everybody engaging. And I really, like I said, I really truly want to see, right, some of what was brought up today just kind of be...
No, they already know they got me figured out.
As far as that's concerned, you know, but when it comes to these kinds of things, that's really what I want to do. Leaning on moving forward.
You see it.
And all it really needs to be like either a head up or like a 2-on-2, just to not be all over the place. Maybe 3-on-3, right?
Yeah.
Right, and kind of swap people in and out. Just so that we can, you know, make it make sense, that there's a specific level of order, everybody can hear what's going on, and there's no running from any of what's put on the table, right? Anybody who did not get on the panel, I know the queue's still bubbling a bit, right? Certainly feel free to come back 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, right? Every evening. I was a little late today, but I was smooth for a minute. I was a little late today, but 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it jumps on for the panel discussions, right? I appreciate everybody who's been following the panelists. Hopefully you followed everybody up here now, and hopefully you've been following everybody all throughout. If you are not following my platform directly, go ahead and give me a follow, and then my backup is listed on my profile. Thank you for everybody who's gifted the panelists and then the platform directly. I think it was a beautiful thing to see when you got, we already papered up money for his birthday.
Yeah, they put it down. Like I said, go to, please.
Everybody kind of just,
I know it ain't very many people, but go to,
with that being said,
beyond inertia, beyond the inertia.
Stay put, okay, aka the Shark Tank. Go ahead and stay put for a moment, but I do have to get to these final thoughts to let panelists keep their mind on the discussion overall.
I ain't doing a Shark
So with
Tank.
that being said, Tavon, you gotta speak your piece in the final thoughts right now.
Like 40 minutes, and I gotta knock out. We got shit to do in the morning. This money be made.
A minute, okay? Money! Final thoughts, not ready money.
I just want the gifts that.
Let's listen to some music, y'all. Let's listen to some music. Let's jam out. Let's see what I got. Beautiful life.
got a halo. Don't give me back, don't give me back like that. Can't take it back, keep you in the past like that. Always around, even in your back like that. Don't need shit to you. You lie to me, I won't believe you again. Don't talk that shit, you never see me again. Can't be my life and now you leaving again. You telling me you lie. It's full of vibes, contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. It's full of had all the patience. I know you're going through some changes. I want to believe you when you say that you always loved me that way. Tell me beautiful. You give me something I can pay for. No angel, but you got a halo. It's like this. I really wanna be right here. I really wanna be you there. It's like this. I really wanna be right here. I really wanna be you there. Life like this, feel right like this. I never really spent no time like this. You take the time at this crib knowing I might not hit. You said what I look like my bitch. Yeah. Looking in your eyes, feel it's dangerous. Pussy wet, I call it angel dust. I done put so many diamond chains on you, they get tangled up. I never felt like this, it's strange as fuck. Got your ex niggas coming on, they can't do much. Cause you with this kid now, elevate pulled up. And all you gotta do is call and watch that Ray pull up. Under the stars, since they throwing all the jade on us. Facts. It's full of vibes, it's contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. It's full of had all the patience. I know you're going through some changes. You taking pictures on your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we down close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. That's what it's like, loving.
What can I say to you? Well, nothing I can take back. Getting further from the right track. And I'm in this place with you. Every day it's like you're on an attack. We can't keep getting down like that. Cause you're falling out, you keep fucking up. You apologize and I suck it up. I stick around, try to toughen up. Is it love enough? You're telling me
It's full of vibes, it's contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. It's full of had all the patience. I know you're going through some changes.
I want to believe you when you say that you'll always love me that way. Beautiful lies.
That's what it's like. All I see is what I need on love. Can I ask you like a baby sleep on us? Thinking on that thing, feel deep in love. Baby, come and tell me what you need from me. Yeah. Beautiful lies. Beautiful lies. That's what it's like, loving. Hey, you know you bad. You know I like it, these shawties, that's not a flashback. You from the project, you're so exotic. Just give me all of that pussy, so many guys. Now you got me caught, all these different arms. Why you being soft? You know that I want you. You really been working, you deserve a virgin. Now you so concise, that's just so nice. It's full of vibes, it's contagious. Look in your eyes, it's dangerous. It's full of had all the patience. I know you're going through some changes. You taking pictures on your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we down close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. That's what it's like, loving. You and me and hello. Could never make you happy, girl. You must be the devil, so exotic. That's what it's like, loving. That's just so nice.
it's baby, it's body, it's sucker free.
say knock down, you loose up on that vodka. I'm trying to be your doctor, like Fab said you bustin', blocker. See, I've been waiting, but it's going too long. And you know it ain't no way I'm gon' stop. She can get it on it, cold and fast, or slow, it don't matter, from the bottom to the top. Baby, I can have you leaking. I get that thing so you wet. I can have you leaking. I give your ass a night you won't forget. What kind of lover would I be if I didn't take the time? If I missed every sign, I know that when I come through, I'ma get it for you. Come through and unwrap that thing like it's brand new. Oh, I'ma make a body, and I'ma make that shit feel like a coupe. You already know how I produce, and like we in the booth, I'ma beat the out of you. Here we go, tonight, you got me. Sing it back to me like. Sing back to me like. Now let me in that lips, not too short, don't go fast, like little girl that is. Let me twist down that culture. Ooh, let me get that alcohol. No, you like stilettos. Got that fire, moving like a cello. 4, 4, 3, 4, triplet, doing it up, mix it, faster, and I'm close to the internet. What kind of lover would I be if I couldn't give you everything you need? To the DJ, so him can play their songs, so we can do it all night long. I'ma make a body, I swear. You already know how I produce. Gonna be some Gokus out of you. Body. You already know how I produce. Here we go. Sing back to me like. Sing back to me like. That's my mind, all mine.
Give me love, give me cheese. Every time I breathe.
Don't you make him fall in love for nothing, baby. Don't you make him fall in love for nothing, baby. You open your heart and open your wallet. 'Cause honestly, emotions. You dive in and out, this is new to me. Got my homegirls ask what you
do to me. I could fucking let a nigga on the low key. Ain't shit, they a nigga with an OT back and forth. Straight with shorts, this procedure, straight reward. Strip me down and love the Lord. I did it all like it's money on the floor. But can't lie, only when I think about it. Drop a bag on a brand new coupe. Make a hood bitch dream come true. Can't lie, only when I think about it. Drop a bag on a brand new coupe. Make a hood bitch dream come true.
Wanna know how I feel to have something that's mine, mine, all mine. Give me love, give me chills. Don't you make me fall in love with nothing, baby. Don't you make me fall in love with nothing, baby.
Don't make me fall in love for nothing. For you restless bitch come in like, oh, you gotta know what she can leave. Girl, you got me begging, please. This is not a city thing. Told me to tell me what do I stand. Open my heart, showing my hand. Get the voicemail, calling again. Play with my man, scratching up in.
Tell your mama been there.
And your sister,
She can get it.
boy, you better be the realest. Out my mind, in my head.
Wanna know to have something that's don't you make me fall in love for nothing, baby. Don't you make me fall in love for nothing, baby. Open your heart, open your wallet, baby. We need more than where you call me, baby. Because honestly, I can't keep control of these emotions. Emotions. Don't you make me fall in love for nothing, baby. Don't you make me fall in love for nothing, baby. So open your heart and open your wallet, baby. Boom, 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 boom.
Roll smooth with a
But it's alright cause she been dealing with them. Sometimes she come stay overnight, but she ain't dealing with them. Fuck on somebody from time to time, but she ain't got no nigga. Her last encounter was kinda rough, it made her cry a rubber. How about you dash from across the globe and get them hand delivered? You and your mommy don't even know me, I ain't playing with you. I'm being honest, I'm really young, I ain't got a lot of kick it. Just come and vibe with me and see if I'm different. Take you out to lunch, I rent the restaurant out. Bitches, lying on my man, ain't doing anything. So I can never take it down, but all these niggas keep me grounded. You can play around, but just don't overstep your boundaries. If you want to work out, have you burning calories? I'm trying to please you, just lay on your back for me. Then I'm gonna need you to put on an act for me. It's just something about the way you looking on your race. And I can't let you run away, girl, you're not for the race. I'll give you rest every occasion, put it in your savings. I'll call you back if I don't answer, don't start acting crazy. You can do everything I ask you, we might never bathe. And I don't shut your mind. I done been started, just some shit I gotta work on. You ain't gotta like it, I'm telling it how it is. How I'm supposed to know how you feeling if you don't tell me? And I ain't tryna hold no one down, I give up some leverage. I'll make sure everybody eat, I ain't never been selfish. I'll make sure everybody eat, I ain't never been selfish. I made a promise to your body, I'ma say no. Put your pennies away, I don't wanna step on them. You know why? Cause I'm addicted to it. Especially when you take it off now, baby. So give me breaking me off now, baby. So deep in it that I'm lost out, baby. Fuck it, don't care what it costs, don't crash out, baby. Coming tonight, chain spray Jane in the blood and drop out. Like they say if you love me or not. Look me in my face, so I can let you lie. This ain't no day, it's all. Put your pennies away, I don't wanna
step on it. Cause you know what? They did do it. So you see my ex, she gon' be talking. Oh, got me your ex, I'm feeling naughty. She high up, put me and Bobby, it's a party. Naughty, and girl, you know what I'm into. Honey, put me in a crowd, I call the party. Bad bitch, sticking the dollars, better than lie me. Savage, she pop the pussy like it's a tonic. Bring it over here, cause you know what I'm into. All my baggage with no baggage, where you at, where you at? Let me holla at you, baby, from the back, from the back. If you're fucking with me, baby, tell me that, tell me that. I want you, so make a promise to your body, I'ma say no. Put your panties on, I don't wanna step on 'em. You know why? 'Cause I'm addicted to it. Especially when you take it off now, baby. Hit me, baby, me on now, baby. Slowly spinning that I'm lost now, baby. You don't care what it costs, no, baby. Come in the night, chain plain Jane and it's done and dry. Then you say if you love me or not. Hook me in the face so I can look in. This ain't no dance song. Put your panties on, I don't wanna step on you. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm addicted to it. Addicted to it. Addicted to it. But we still good. I realize that I can't be your lover. Let's just keep it honest with each other. I'll be happy for you when you find another. We good, but we still good. Oh no, it be like this. Usually my exes turn to enemies, but this is different. 'Cause we done got closer now that you ain't with me. Ain't no way we gon' forget that. In your family, love me like some family. You know where you stand with me, so when they ask, tell them right on time. Can't say it's right.
What's up with you, Sam? I don't know what you and trolling got going on, but I'm chilling, man. You know, I've never hated you. I don't know what the fuck. You know, I be missing. I'm old. I done kind of graduated from certain shit. I don't know what the fuck he got. He said that our reunion, I didn't know we had a reunion. I've never blocked you. I don't know. You know, we kick it. But you what about? You my dog. Since I know how it feels to be forgiven of my sins, and the way I hear you talk about the Bible and your relationship with God, we all got our shit, right? Salvation is a gift. I think you got that gift. That's all I need to know. Your mind, hey, it's always on. We gon' the way you love your mom. Yeah, I like that. We gon' fuck up tonight. Already. I feel like falling in all of the shots. I wish we could put all this shit together. We could talk PlayStation together where I could add you on here. That would be the shit. They should have did that on the 5. They might do it on the 6. But I'm not the type to outside in front. I wish you was still my friend on Facebook. You would see some shit right now. You'd be like, hold on, wait a minute. That shit is that fucking easy. Like for real, homie. To you. But you know, I don't say your real name. I don't put you out. I don't do none of that shit. Cause I fuck with you. Even if I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't down bad like that. Not for my brothers. The white dudes, yeah, I got a shot. Hella thought it. She's a seasoned professional. Hey, she got time today. She got time today. She got time. Won't you cup her, kiss her. Won't you bust him? Oh, baby. No. They take her back. Oh, hey. Take it on back. Hey. Get him, Rihanna. To you.
boy. You know you need to come give me that dick. He wanna hit in the back cause I'm thick. I like to fuck on him when I get lit. Yeah, tell me this pussy is shit. Hey, oh, he's so thirsty. Rap that dick like a whore can see. He said, are you tired? Yeah, on the bed, ride it to the tip top. He taking doggy style cause I make that ass pop. He never finna leave me cause I got that drip drop. Said this last bitch still looking like a rose. Hey, got more milkshake than police. Ain't met a nigga who can handle me. I think I should be in museums cause this body a masterpiece. And I'm to a trap beat. He said, girl, you tryna trap me. Oh, hell nah, nigga, no, I ain't. You can hit that nigga, go ahead, leave.
and he calling me baby, yeah. Product I'm choosing, catch him while he looking stupid. Can I tell you I can't do this? Tired of just fighting this loop. Yeah, I want
Chillin' on it, man. Chillin' on it. You already know. I hope I put a stain on y'all brain. I hope we making money at this point. It's a race to 10 G's, yellow. Hey, 10 G's, yellow. I can hook you up with a bot. I mean, for free. Just give you a bot and then, like, let's put it like this. The bot I'm running, at 10 G's, at 10 G's, I'm doing $2,500 a month. I ain't even gonna dig in like that on here because that ain't fair. At 10 G's, I'm doing 25 a month. And I got your back. All I'm gonna do is say, hey, I'm gonna text you and say, hey, move it. Move it. It's right here. That's all I do is watch money all day. Well, I gotta go to work tonight. Let me quit lying all the way. I gotta go to work tonight, but yeah, I need to be asleep now. But I'm gonna finish this beer and smoke a little piece of cloth chew. Yeah, man. Yeah, buy information and sell it not. And so, you know, it's like that. I mean, we can work hard as we want and be as career-minded as we want to, but make sure it's what you want to do. This is my last song right here, because I know the beer gonna be finished, the blunt gonna be finished. And I got shit to do in the morning. I'm the lover. Would I be if I didn't take the time? If I missed every sign? I know what you need. And when I come through, I'ma have that for you. Come through and unwrap that thing like it's brand new. Oh, I'ma make that body sing. I swear, I'ma make that shit feel like a cool. I swear, you can already know how I produce. And like we in the booth, I'ma beat them Gokus out of you. Here we go, here we go. Sing it back to me like, you got me feeling. Sing back to me like, you got me feeling. Not too short, don't go fast. Like little girl, that is let me twist down that fall for. Ooh. Let me get that alcohol. Whoa. That big heart. Like stilettos. Got that heart from moving like a cello. 4, 4, 3, 4. Triplet. If you into that, mix it faster. And I love us to the internet. What kind of lover would I be if I couldn't give you everything you need from me? I'm trying to get it to the DJ so we can play the song. Play that shit, we can play that shit so we can hear us all night long. I'ma make your body say, yeah, I'ma make that shit feel like a cool.